What's up, y'all? So I am actually just left Sam's Club. Today's a good day. Today is also another grand day. Birds out. Literally everybody's out right now. I wish they all would go home, especially when I go to the store. Go home, 'cause now it's a line. Go home. That's cool. It's nice to be out amongst the sun, so that's why everybody's out. Today is it's close to like 80 degrees, even though I got this little sweater on, because I don't feel like taking it off. So it is what it is. But I was thinking about the reasons of why a lot of times we don't do what when you have an idea and you choose not to do it, or not so much of choosing not to do it, but just not do it. You think about it, you want to commit to it, but the idea sometimes in itself is what holds everybody back from actually pursuing, skills and race. Myself in particular, I have a lot of ideas. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. However, a lot of those ideas do not come into fruition. They do not go into fruition. Part of the reason why is not having, not having, I won't say everything that I need, but not being in a specific space that I need to make it happen. But then also, so don't beep at me because it's my turn to go. Also, not having a mindset of getting it done. And then also of course, overthinking it. I am a chronic overthinker. Can't really help it. I could think something, to think it again, to think it one more time, just so I can think it all over again. Just 3 more times, just to make sure, just for like a little good measure, if you will. A good measure, if you will. And sometimes that has definitely helped as far as not making the wrong decision, because a plethora of times have made the wrong decision. However, that also has hindered me from moving forward with some things, because you can literally dig yourself out of things. Even if it's not the right choice for you, you can still have a good outcome. You can fix whatever it is that you're doing. It might not be easy, it might not be ideal situation. Sometimes you just have to completely start over. Sometimes you have to kind of like maneuver in a way that you didn't choose, or you wasn't wanting to. It's not favorable for your mental or whatever. However, it ain't the end of the world, I think I've more than often came to the grips that I do not like continuously starting over. However, I don't mind starting over when I do, because now I know. Like once you know, But when you don't know that you need to know something, in that moment, it's like, dang, man, I wish I would have known. I wish I would have known. So what do you do? So what do you do? That's the question. What do you do to not overthink these things and to actually be on the track of, propelling yourself forward to something that is very unknown? What do you do in that time? Well, I ain't got the best answer if that's what you came here for. I ain't got the best answer. I'm sorry. The only thing that I can tell you guys is what I usually do, because I'm somebody that has had to stick and move a couple dozen times over the years, and I had to start over a couple dozen times over the years. And what I've come to understand that I should do when I'm overthinking a thought, instead of stopping and just like stressing out about it, just say fuck it, we ball, and just do it. That's not a good idea. A lot of times it has gotten me into some trouble. way you're gonna find out is if it find out. You know what I mean? That, and also if you have somebody that you can consult, like I was gonna say a tutor, a mentor, or seek advice from somebody a lot wiser than you. Get some information, read. But a lot of things are just trial and error. It's no good way of doing anything. Because even if you do the thing that you say you want to do, sometimes it can turn out a completely different way than what you thought it was going to anyway. Maybe it's just not going to work out for you. Or sometimes it's just like that. Sometimes you're not in the environment for that thing to happen. And not to say that a lot of things can work out in your favor. I'm just going to say that. A lot of things can work out in your favor, especially if you have the knowledge to do it, if you have the drive to do it. But if you're trying to sell sand in the desert, you know, like, you ain't gotta overthink that. Like, there's no way for you to do that. However, if you're good at selling, you can sell it back. Alright, you can sell it back. Now, I wouldn't advise it. I wouldn't advise it. I don't think many people would advise that. But, you know, that's a risk you gotta be willing to take. As far as overthinking goes and what not to do, what not to, I'll say with overthinking, once you have an idea, boom, just get it done. Start working towards it. Get out as much information as you need. Get what you need. Then go. You ain't got to spend months and decades trying to figure, alright, is this a good idea, bad idea? Because while you figuring it out, time is still moving along. Time ain't going to stop for you just because you're trying to figure it out. Sometimes you just got to gather what little knowledge that you have and just, like, what they say, build a lot, or how's it go? Build a parachute on the way down. Sometimes you're going to just barely miss that ground. Just barely miss that ground, but you're still going to have a soft land, or you might even have a little turbulence on the way down. It's fine. It happens. It happens to the best of us. Sometimes you're going to crash and burn. I don't know. So many ways that this whole thing could play out, you know? But you got to be willing to be okay with whatever outcome happens, and it builds character. Not gonna lie, it does build character. It makes you start to think on your feet and move quick. You see this is gonna happen. All right, now I got to figure out how to turn things around. I can see this coming. I can see it coming. I know what's about to happen. Even if I don't know like exactly what's about to happen, I can tell something. It's like a rough patch somewhere. Because you know it's gonna be a rough patch somewhere. You can be like, all right, well, in case this happens, which something is about to happen, I don't know what, or even if you don't see it happening, just in case something may happen, let me get some alternatives. What else is possible, just in case something does happen? Because you never know. Like I said, life is unpredictable. My main thing is, especially for myself, like, I'll giving you the advice that I give to myself. The advice that I always give myself is just do it. Just do it. You'll figure it out. You'll be alright. You'll be alright. You'll be alright. You'll be cool. You got a big dog? And I always do. Some kind of way. Don't know how. It just works out like that. One thing I enjoy and one thing I like about myself is my will to figure it out. One thing I like about myself, I like that I have a very strong will to figure it out. I'm going to figure it out. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, may not be this year, but I'm going to figure it out. Some way, somehow. That's one thing I love about myself. I try. Shit. Look, that's all I can do. Also, another way to not overthink is, as soon as you start feeling your self-doubt creeping in, or you start feeling like, I don't know, like, nah, keep that confidence up. Confidence is definitely key. Because if you feel like you're up here and you're on a high, like, anytime you are starting something new, you all excited, you can't wait to get in there, diving strong. you ready to go strong with it. And then something hits and you like, oh no, don't do that. Don't do that. As soon as you do that, that's when everything starts to crumble. That's when you start look for all the negatives and the what ifs that could happen. Like, of course some things are gonna happen. Of course they're gonna happen. It is what it is. However, the more negative you are in the situation, the easier it is for you to find problems instead of solutions. You know, there's some problems. Oh shoot, I can't go this way. Oh well, like this right here. The highway is down for the next 70 days, maybe a little bit less. So now I gotta go all the way around. Now what I could do is pull to the side and say, damn, what am I gonna do now? I could stop and get my GPS out and try to figure out like which way am I gonna go? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? But you gotta figure it out on the fly. I know that at this next exit I can get off and I can go another way. I know that there are many possible ways that I can go to get to my destination of where I'm headed. It might not be the most ideal. It ain't ideal. I was hoping I was going to cut over here and cut through. But no, now I got to go all the way around. And you know, I could complain. I could. But where does that get me? Because I still have to get to where I need to be. I still got to get there. Still got to make my way downtown. Walking face. Can't get it out. I still got to make my way downtown. Walking past. Oh, that's not how it goes. Making my way downtown, walking fast, faces past, I'm homebound. That's a damn shame. I gotta sing the song to get it right. That's my song. I could complain, I could stress out, or I could just enjoy this day. I could have like a negative cloud over me, a cloud of despair, despicability. That's a word, I don't know. We're gonna use it today. We're gonna add that to our vernacular. Despicability. But we're not. We're not, because it's not that deep. Shit happens. But y'all know like some of the worst things about being an overthinker. I'm not gonna say that overthinking it's not always a negative. I will say that. I'll throw that out there. Some good things about being an overthinker. You can get down to some of the most minute detail of a thing possible. Like if I really wanted to like break down how a watch works, I can look at it as being a little piece of rubber right here, and they had to take it and they had to put it inside of a mold. The rubber is made up of different components in itself in order for it not to snap in half, in order for it not to melt in the sun so quickly. It has to bend but also cannot break in half, so you have to have a specific knowledge about that. You have to have multiple people that have this type of information to be able to tell you what is the best way to use a watch to where if you out in the sun, like your arm won't burn up. It was cool in the summer. It's cool in the summer. It's also warm enough in the winter. It's pliable. You can actually put holes in it, because I have holes in this one. It's made pretty nice though. And then to also be able to let somebody know, hey, you're also going to use a couple pieces of metal. I mean, you could use plastic, but metal might actually be a little bit more sturdier. And then for the watch itself, you have to be able to add wireless components, Bluetooth capabilities, and Wi-Fi capabilities. You have to program it a certain way for it to be able to connect to not only your device, but for it to work on its own by itself. You could actually put a what's the thing called? You can actually have your phone plan. You can actually have your watch can actually have its own phone plan, which is another capability that somebody else is gonna have to show you how to even program it into this watch. And then if your watch breaks, now you have to have somebody that knows how to put it together on the spot. So now you have to get a team that actually knows how to put it together. Now, if you keep breaking these things down even more to being, all right, text messaging, calling, and what else? A clock, pictures, music, all of these things, most people would be so stressed out. But if you can understand, like, okay, yeah, it's going to require a lot, but let's zero it back in. Zero it back in. What do I need to know, and who do I need to know that can help me with this thing? What do I need to know, and who do I need to know? If I don't have the information, I can get this information from somewhere, somebody. You know? So that's two sides of the overthinker. It's the positive side of knowing that it's going to take a lot for it to work and what it is that you want it to do. Other side is you getting so overwhelmed with all this information. It's just like, dang, let me go take a nap. My brain is overloaded. Let me go lay it down for a minute. But then that minute turns into days, weeks, months, years. By the time you know it, you still haven't even came up with the idea, or you haven't even came up with the, what's the word? It's not replica, because replica is something that you reproduce. The prototype. You haven't even came up with the basic prototype of the thing. All because you're overthinking. So, overthinking does have its goods, but it also definitely has its bads. So, I say all that to say. That was a lot. Yeah, I say all that to say, write down whatever ideas you have. I guess this would be another thing. Write down whatever ideas that you have and what it is that you're going to need to get it done. And just get it done. Start with one thing, get that done. And if you need help with that one, you can't figure it out, go to something else. Sometimes you may have to do things in order, but if you can't do them in order, or if you don't need to do them, slow down. If you don't need to do them in order, don't worry about doing them in order. Get the information that you can while you have time. Police, I don't know why. But yeah, that's all I want to say. That is the heck. 10 and 2. It's just past 4 cop cars. What's going on out here? Anyway, let me get off of here. Yeah. Let's try something new, guys. No more overthinking. I hate when people be like, you know what? You know what you should do? Like, what should I do? Just stop overthinking. If I could, I would. If I could, I would. Like, easier said than done. I'm like, oh, why didn't I fucking think of that? Just stop overthinking. Oh, I'm cured. Yeah, it doesn't work like that. If you know, you know. What they got going on here? Let me put my glasses on for this. I don't know what they doing. I ain't about to stop over there. I got food in here. It's gonna start getting warm. But yeah, that's all that said. Y'all take care. Y'all be easy. Y'all be safe. Stop overthinking. Easier said than done. But yeah, all right, bye.